Niggas be copying our shit, bro. Stealing our shit, stealing our stages. Copy our shit one to one.
Thanks for checking us and check it out now. Oh, I could have predicted this fuckery was about to happen, okay? Now, please paint Kanye West's face and put a red nose on that motherfucker because he's back on that clown shit. Now, I love Kanye. I love TLOP. That's the Life of Pablo, by the way. I love most of his albums except Yeezus. That was fucking putrid, disgusting, a weed plate and a fucking frisbee if I ever saw one. But other than that, he's a musical genius. He's a living legend. I give him that, okay? However, it's sometimes better to shut the fuck up because, as they say, self-praise is really no recommendation, and Kanye West has notably taken self-praise to a new level. Have you ever seen somebody dick ride their self? Well, Kanye West will show you. I mean, he's given himself credit and compared himself to the likes of Steve Jobs, Walt Disney, and every fucking flexible fashion designer there is. Now, that's all fine, right? But let's not let that blind us from what Kanye West really is. Kanye West is really just an artistic version of Drake, at least when it comes to music. He uses dozens of writers, dozens of producers, even when he does get credit. And I mean, basically, Kanye West is a team. He's drawn inspiration from people like Kid Cudi, right? Musically, he admitted that recently. And shit, even on the fashion realm, he's drawn inspiration from some young motherfuckers like Ian Connor who's around him, all right? Yet, when you hear him talk, and this is my thing, you hear him talk, he starts, me. He sounds like a fucking kid in kindergarten trying to get a fucking toy. He's 39. Now, at his recent show, he had to find some other shit to bitch about, right? This time, he claimed that people were stealing his ideas. They were stealing his fucking ideas, and guess what? They're stealing his stages. Now, I gotta explain this because Kanye West's St. Pablo tour, which he's on now, has a great open floor concept, okay? There's a floating stage, okay? Not on some magic carpet shit. There's a stage being held up to the ceiling and it's above everybody else. He stands on a stage and he performs and people are below him. Because there's no official stage part, basically it's like a mosh pit that gets created below him. The show looks even crazier, and because of that, a lot of people say it's kind of innovative, okay? It's been done on a big level. Now, let's be clear about that, all right? He ain't gonna mention that whole mosh pit shit that's being created at his show is really influenced by Travis Scott's show. But Kanye ain't gonna mention that. All we gonna hear is me. Right? Now, here's the thing about that. Because after he's saying people stealing from him and he's the original, it brings me and it opens up a bigger point. How could a guy who made the majority of his career by now by branding himself with ideas, rhymes, works, production by other people, get so goddamn angry if someone did use his idea for a stage? It seems crazy. You've profited and you've used the ideas of others. You've built yourself on it. You've used rhymes and all that shit from other people. But if somebody uses a stage that you use, you got to get on stage sound like me. What the fuck is up with Kanye? But even more worse, okay? All this, I am the original, except no imitation. Are we gonna forget that Kanye West signed an imitation of Future? And he's now on stage talking about except no Yo, these guys are so hypocritical. The rules don't matter as long as you're breaking it, okay? But if everyone else breaks it, then it matters. Bro, you signed the biggest imitation in music to date. How could you say except the original? This shit just don't make no sense. It really boggles my mind. We got to get to what Kanye West is, and while I give him credit for being whatever, and he's a living legend, the fuck are you talking about now? I did some digging. Kanye West not even the first with the floating stage. This is a type of motherfucker where as soon as he thinks of something or his team thought of something or he did something, it's better than everybody else. Anybody else who did it before, don't matter. Yo, there's multiple examples of people using floating stages before Kanye, yet he's on stage ranting and raving about niggas stealing his shit. Kanye, cut it the fuck out. Cut it out. You have a dozen writers. You ain't original. How the fuck you gonna have a dozen writers, not even a dozen, dozens of writers talking about you original? What type of original shit is that? You're original at getting the ideas from other niggas. The fuck is Kanye talking about? So when I heard this, I was like, man, Kanye has got to really chill out. Because we give him a lot of credit, but sometimes that shit gets way too much to his head. The same way you use other people's like works and all that type of shit is the same way someone may be inspired by you. By the way, multiple people came out who have done that stage before, and to say we did it before, I wouldn't even point those people out because you're right. Kanye ain't invent this shit. He just acting like he invented this shit because he want to rant and rave. Tell that little nigga to sit down, man. Period. Get in the comment box. Make sure you guys like them and subscribe to Akademiks. I'm out.